justice for all.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
So moved.
And I'm sorry, that was a motion by Board Member Astorian and Board Member Karakchian seconded. All in
Correct.
favor?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. We do not have any oral communications. We do not have any zoning appeals. Item number 7, we do not have any old business for the Planning Commission items. We do have a new business, and it is located at 337 North Cedar Street, and it's a subdivision of land. Tentative track number 82465, case number PTT MCP 1915368. Do we have a presentation?
Yes.
Right, please.
Chair Shabazian, board members, this is a condominium track map for tentative track number 82465. The request is to subdivide a 5-unit development. There is an existing single-family home that is potentially historic, so that is being maintained. 4 units are actually under construction as we speak. The project was approved by the Design Review Board. No variances were required. The project itself is located in the R1650 zone. It is a medium-high density residential zone. It is surrounded by apartment buildings and condominium projects of similar scope. The track map has been reviewed by staff. It is consistent with the Subdivision Map Act. Conditions of approval have been recommended by the Public Works Department, by the Fire Department, and the Building and Safety Departments. Those conditions of approval are included in the staff's recommended set of conditions. Staff went into great detail regarding the proposed project, its consistency with the general plan elements, and as such, staff is recommending approval of the request to subdivide this 5-unit project, and the conditions of approval. I believe there were 31. I was pointed out that one of the conditions actually got split up, but that all 31 conditions are recommended, and the motion went through the various findings. So with that, staff recommends approval, and I'm available to answer any other questions you might have.
Thank you. We actually don't have any speaker cards, so if you guys have any, are there any speaker cards for this item? No.
questions?
No questions. Did you guys have any?
Ma'am, so why don't you give your card so we can have?
Yes.
Sorry.
Next one.
It's all right.
So with that, does the staff, do my colleagues have any questions from the staff?
I don't.
No? Is there a motion on this item?
Go ahead.
Approve it?
Okay, I have
Are you proposing a motion? Commissioner Manassian?
I'll move for approval.
Yeah,
And a second?
I'll second it.
All right, can we have a
With
roll
all
call,
the
please?
conditions.
Okay, that would be a motion by Board Member Astorian, a second by Board Member Manassian. In terms of a roll call, Board Member Astorian,
Yes.
Planning Commissioner Manassian,
Yes.
Planning Commissioner Charakchian,
Yes.
and Chair Shabazian.
Yes.
The motion passes 4-0. Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is located at 227-229 North Central Avenue, and this is a wireless telecommunication facility number PWTF 1918577. Can we please have the report on this? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Shabazian and Commissioners. The application under consideration is a wireless telecommunications facilities permit to allow the reuse and modification of an existing Sprint wireless telecommunications facility on the roof of an existing approximately 88 feet, 6-story commercial building on 229 North Central Avenue. The building is located on the northwest corner of Salem Street and North Central Avenue, and it was constructed in 1929. The Sprint wireless facility was originally established on the subject site in 1998 by a conditional use permit, which allowed the installation and operation of a wireless facility on the roof of the existing commercial building. And at that time, the site was a Commercial Service Height District 3 C33 zone, where a maximum height of 90 feet was permitted. And that approval expired on October 31st, 2001. On January 7, 2002, another conditional use permit was approved to allow the continued operation and minor modification of the same Sprint site. And this approval expired on January 31st, 2007. However, on November 7, 2006, the Downtown Specific Plan, DSP, was adopted. The subject site was part of the DSP area, and it was rezoned from the C33 to the DSP Transitional District Zone. Due to the rezoning, the maximum height permitted on the subject site was lowered from its original 90 feet to 65 feet. Per Glendale Municipal Code 30.48.020, wireless telecommunications facilities applications requesting heights exceeding the height limitation of the underlying zone shall be approved by the Planning Commission. And based on the information in the application and the submitted materials by the applicants, staff was able to make the required findings of fact. The existing wireless facility has been designed to achieve compatibility with the community. The proposed work is to just remove and replace the 3 existing panel antennas that are mounted on the exterior of the existing penthouse screen walls. Alternative configurations or locations on site will not increase community compatibility and are not reasonably feasible because the subject site is already existing. Locating the facility on alternative sites will not increase compatibility, as the request is to simply reuse and modify an existing facility without changing or expanding the physical layout. Per the city's wireless systems administrator, the proposed modification is necessary to close a significant gap in coverage. No excessive noise will be generated by the proposed work, as the equipment is on the roof and will not emit any noise decibels in excess of the established standards. The applicant has stated that the facility will continue to meet all requirements of state and federal laws, and that they will allow other carriers to co-locate on site wherever possible. And given the minor scope of work, and in addition to the fact that the wireless facility has been in operation for the last 20 years without issues of incompatibility or failure to provide necessary service to the community, staff recommends approval of this wireless telecommunications facilities permit with the conditions of approval. No comments regarding the project were received from the public during the comment period, and that concludes the staff report, and I am happy to take questions.
Thank you. I do have a question.
Yeah.
So there was a conditional use permit on this that has expired?
Yes. It expired in 2007.
Okay. So this is just this is not a conditional use permit we are actually going to vote on. We're actually voting on the
Wireless.
wireless. Okay. Thank you. Any questions from my colleagues? I believe there was a card, speaker card.
Yes. I'm not sure if you'd like me to hand it over or to introduce Marilyn Warren from SAC Wireless, representing Sprint. She would be the applicant.
Hello.
Hi, Marilyn Warren with SEC Wireless. We're an agent for Sprint, so I'm here to answer any questions you might have. We're in support of staff's recommendation of approval. But
Thank you. Do my colleagues have any questions from?
From staff, perhaps.
Thank you, ma'am.
Uh,
Public comment period is closed. Please go.
So the differential between 65, 90 and 65, what the DSP calls for right now,
Yes.
really is the height of the building more so than it is the height of the equipment. Because these equipment are nowhere close to 65 feet, am
The
I correct?
equipment would actually be located on the screen wall, which is over the 65 feet. The whole existing building is at about 74 feet. It's already exceeding 65, so the screen wall goes on top of the 74 feet, so that makes it 88 feet total.
Right. And the compatibility, as far as alternative sites, there were no alternative sites for it? Is that
As
what?
it's already in place, the applicant did not find any reason to relocate to another place. And if you actually look on your back, there is the photo simulation. You'll see that the existing panel antennas, they are much bigger than the ones they're proposing right now, which is smaller, and it'll be more compatible.
Visually would not be intrusive
Right.
anyways.
Yes.
I don't think that you can actually see it when
Correct.
you are on the street level.
Yeah.
So, okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Is there a motion for this item?
Yeah, I'll move.
That was
Say it aloud, please.
I'll second that.
So that would be a motion by Board Member Krokjian and a second by Board Member Manassian in terms of roll call.
correct.
Forgive me, I keep saying board members, I'm used to design review. So it would be Planning Commissioner Astorian,
Yes.
Planning Commissioner Manassian,
Yes.
Planning Commissioner Krokjian,
Yes.
and Chair Shabazian.
Yes.
The motion passes 4-0.
Thank you. And I just want to say something about this. I think this is a great way to do wireless communication devices. I was looking at the pictures, and this is actually smaller than the existing. So it's not going to affect visually at all, but it's going to bring in a better connectivity to the city. So it's a nice project. All right, next item on the agenda is Community Development Department updates. Do we have any updates?
I just want to remind the commission that we do have a meeting scheduled for the 18th of December.
Thank you.
December 18th?
Do we have any comments from our commissioners?
None from me.
No comments. Thank you. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.